Welcome to the Carroll County Fair here in Carrolton. We have two race programs today, afternoon and an evening, so a 12 o'clock and a 5 o'clock. 11 races get us started with Hometown Colt Stakes for 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. Colton Geldings in the afternoon and fillies in the evening, and I'm joined by Don Tiger. Don, how's it going?
Doing great today. Excited. I mean, another nice temperature-wise. I did see on the radar we might get some rain this afternoon, so I'm not sure if that's going to affect the card or not. It wasn't like a high percentage, like 20, 30%, but right now we're under sunny skies, a little bit of clouds, a little sticky today, 80 degrees, a little bit of humidity, a little different than the temperatures and stuff we had last week, but great card. I mean, as Ernie Banks said, let's play two today. We've got 11 in the afternoon, 12 at night. Is that right?
Yep, 23 total, so a couple more than last week.
23 total. We will be bringing them to you quickly, though, for the pre-show here. We're talking to the track announcer, Roger Houston. He said he's going to make let's get them in, get them out, get them going. So he's pretty good at rounding up the doggies. And in this case, it's horses today. But good card, and I'm looking forward to some exciting races.
This should be exciting.
I did handicap a little bit advanced today. And we've got some a couple races that are going to come up later where I think are very competitive. We do score 5 across here, 6 trails, and we've got some full fields and a lot of horses signed on today, so it should be a great day of racing.
Yeah, no, the field sizes look good, and I'm looking over your shoulder here. You weren't kidding about your programs. You got a newspaper going on there.
Yeah, I buy this paper. It's 11 by 17, and it makes it good. The older you get, you guys are going to need that. You and Chris are still young bucks, but when you get up to my age and Roger's age, that's how you can see.
That is a
makes
big old
it easy.
program.
So we get a big old program here. We can see what we're doing and kind of makes it easy to see. So we did some advanced handicapping today. We got stuff printed out. We got a lot of ideas, things to share. And the cool part about for me and Kenny is this is kind of like a circuit now. So we saw a lot of these horses performing at Cortland last Tuesday, and they're back in action again today. So now we're starting to grow a barometer of certain horses that we saw that raced very good with the eye test, that we can bring some different things. I was disappointed to hear we used to always have wagering here in Carrollton. No wagering today, and that's extremely disappointing for me, but we still got a nice crowd today. We've got about 50, 60 people here. So if you're local, please come by and join us. We'll be here all day. Feel free to stop by the booth to get your stamps for your passports. Kenny's handing those out. We've already had a couple people come by, so a lot of places here right with the grandstand. Some food tents. A little different circumference here as we talk about. Every fair track's different, as this is your kind of your inaugural fair circuit per se, Kenny. But this one we have an infield, and with this one we have cars that are parked in the infield. That's something these horses haven't seen before either. And around the turns we have concession stands and everything. And so it gives these horses a little different perspective, and sometimes that can affect things, you know.
You know, walking in from the parking lot over here by the first turn, there's this big hill with a bunch of, like, tall grass and stuff that kind of looks like the U.S. Open rough, but it's right up against the track, so, you know, if the wind blows, that's going to be blowing in the horse's face versus last week when it was pretty much just an oval track and there was nothing in the infield, no grass, it was all cut, so yeah, definitely some different things that the horses have to learn, and as they continue to mature in their careers, a lot of them first-time starters might be seeing things for the first time today, so always see how the young ones act on the fair circuit. And another, I don't know, this one's probably a little narrower track, a little more paper clippy compared to last week with the wider turns, and so we might have the turns will be tough, but the straightaways, they can probably get some speed together today.
Yeah, and we have a little bit longer stretch here too. The finish line starting spot basically is closer to the turn, so I do see horses. As long as I've been coming here, we get a couple of jumpers in the first turn, and it does favor some inside speed here, so horses on the outside have a much harder time getting over and in. So if you get some horses that draw on the outside post that are true gate horses, it can be challenging. Sometimes they don't even clear until the backside. So
yeah, it's going to be tough. That first turn does come up pretty tight. So we got 6 in the first, so we'll be all the way across with a trailer.
Yeah, 5 across and the 6 trails. The barn area is over to the left of us today, too, which is a little interesting. The horses come out way over there, so every place is different. Some of them are dead across from us. Some of them are neighbors to us next door, so it all depends. Every fair track's different. But a lot of extracurricular things to see here. And I believe it, I'm not positive, but I think you go uphill slightly up the backside too. So a little bit different. Like there's been some fairs in Pennsylvania actually down at Waynesburg. I'm not sure if they race there anymore, but they used to have basically a pipe that went across underneath the track, and you actually had a hump there. The drivers would come out of the sulky for a brief bit, almost like a Kennywood ride, or a Cedar Point ride. You'd go over it and you'd hear boom. So that's not the case here, but these fair tracks, again, like last week's track at that we covered at Cortland, that was actually a dirt bike track.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think they race dirt bikes here, but we race horses. And with that said, it looks like we've got 5 or 6 on the track here, and we're going to be post-parade.
Yep, looks like all 6 are out. So we'll send it to Roger here for the first race post-parade shortly.
Track and parade to the post for today's first race, a hometown at Colt Stake for 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers. A purse of $4,554. Number 1, I Am the Sea with Nick Clegg. Number 2, The Greek Rises with John Chioka Jr. The 3, The Gate Banana, James Day. The 4, Beechwood Suma with Brady Clemens. The 5, Feel Up to It, Logan Ebersole. And the 6, Big Bonanza, Justin Irvine in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go right to the gate. In the barn area, get him.
I got to give the guys some credit there. That was one of the best post parades I think I've seen at a fair. They were right in order and nose to helmet. But the one is I Am the Sea, Kimber Clegg, Betty Clegg, trainee. Nick Clegg drives. This one raced in the Sire Stakes Sunday night at Northfield. Ended up tiring and ended up finishing back toward the rear of the field. But his fair races have been very good. Already 3 for 7 now in his career and raced well in the next generation, even from a bad post.
2 horse, The Creek Rises. We do have a driver change here to John Siaka Jr. John Siaka Jr. will be driving the 2, The Creek Rises. Trainer John Hostetler sends this one out. Second career start, raced at Wellston last time out, drew the rail, made a break, finished 5th that day. Will look to make amends and continue the education.
3, The Gate Banana, first-time starter, no qualifier to go off of. And this one was bred by Betty Clegg, actually, of Ohio. James Day will train and drive.
4 horse, Beechwood Suma. Eric Nesselrod trains for Ryan Householder. Brady Clemens has the lines today. This horse rated a very nice second last time out. Was wagered on at 4-1. One of the horses probably to challenge the 1 horse here.
5, Feel Up to It. Logan Ebersole does the driving. Another one with no qualifiers, no lines to go off of. Just a $4,000 purchase.
Big Bonanza from the second tier. Gary Martin. This horse will be making his first start after a qualifier, finished 3rd last time out. And there's your field for race number 1.
In behind the Wilkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. The gate swings into the stretch and here they come. They're off and pacing. I Am the Sea goes right out for the lead. The Gate Banana gets away second as they race into the turn. Up on the outside, Beechwood Suma now 3rd. 4th on the inside, Big Bonanza on the backside. And the first 8 racing 5th. The Greek Rises and treading the field. That's Feel Up to It. All in straight alignment down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. On top of the field, Nick Clegg, I Am the Sea, takes him over to the first quarter. Right there, second is the Gate Banana as they race around the turn. Opening quarter in a slow 34 seconds. Down to the 3/8 mark, racing 3rd, Beechwood Suma. 4th on the outside is the Big Bonanza. Racing 5th, the Creek Rises and treading the field. As they race into the lane first time, Feel Up to It. Passing his stands first time. On the move on the outside, Justin Irvine, Big Bonanza. Now second and after the leader, I Am the Sea. They battle into the turn. Racing 3rd, the Gate Banana. Halfway home in 106. On to the backside they go. Beechwood Suma's on the move on the outside from fourth, now third, as they straighten out and go to the three-quarter mark. The leader, I Am the Sea, by a length and three-quarters. Back to the hub rail is Big Bonanza second. Racing third, Beechwood Suma. Fourth is the Gate Banana. Racing fifth, into the turn, Feel Up to It. Trading the field, the creek rises. Three quarters, 1:35 and 4. Midway around the final turn, Clegg opens up with I Am the Sea by 2.5. Closing on the outside, Beechwood Suma into the stretch, less than an 8 to go. It's I Am the Sea with the lead. On the outside, Beechwood Suma coming to the wire. It's all I Am the Sea. Beechwood Suma home third, Big Bonanza. The mile, 2:04.
What a mile there by the one I Am the Sea. The first quarter, pretty slow, sensible there, 34, but that back half is going to be 58 flat. So I Am the Sea really did some nice things there in lap number 2.
Yeah, this next generation entrant who did finish 8th, that is off a 4th place finish at Northfield on July 13th, just a few days ago. So back in the box today. This horse is now 4 for 6 lifetime, 6 for 6 first or second, picks up another $2,000 to push the earnings over 10,000 plus for the season. Obviously, I think the bigger tracks are going to be more favored into this horse's future. It doesn't get around the turns great, but when you're much the best and you draw the inside, it makes short work. Nice race out of 6, Big Bonanza here, the Gary Martin. Gary Martin's got a ton of horses in today. Old crafty trainer, been around a long time. And this one fired very well from the second tier. Made a nice move at the half, tucked back in. Did end up finishing third. Beechwood Suma picked him up late, which that horse looked well men in here too. So they pretty much ran to form here, 1-4-6.
Yeah, I would think if there was wagering there, those would be the top 3, especially the one being such a heavy favorite with the benefit of the rail there. So here's Clegg back to the winner circle. Last card we had Clegg. They were a 7-time winner on that fair last Tuesday. So and they start right here, and here he is.
Clegg of Pennsylvania, Betty Clegg, the winning trainer, Nick Clegg in the sulky. 2-year-old Gelling down by the seaside as Sassy Q. Home a winner in 2:04, final half 58, final quarter 28 and 1. Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg, I Am the Sea in the first. Results are official. Number 1, I Am the Sea, the winner. The 2, the Creek Rises, 5. The 3, the Gate Banana, 6. The 4, Beechwood Suma, 2. The 5, Feel Up to It, 4. The 6, Big Bonanza, 3. Top down, 1-5-6. 2-4, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 34. The half, 106. 3 quarters, 135.4. The mile, 2:04. Second race coming up, the 1, Hill for Sure, Logan Ebersole. The 3, Explosive Tom. The driver, Chris Hirschberger. 2-year-old Colton Gelling Trotter, 6 of you. Bring them out. Race 2, bring them on for the second.
You know, Nick told me a little bit about the one I Am the Sea before we talked about him, and you know how he wears those big knee boots, and he said that Duncan was like that as a 2-year-old too and grew out of it. So it'll be interesting to see I Am the Sea as he continues to mature and get a little bit older, and see if he can, you know, help himself out in the half mile, since Nick is primarily a Northfield and Ohio kind of guy where we have a lot of half-mile tracks. And that is race 1. That's I Am the Sea. Nick Clegg, Betty Clegg win. We'll take a short timeout, have some messages, and we'll be back with race 2.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
Welcome back to Carrolton, Ohio for the second race coming up here on our doubleheader at the Carroll County Fair. Trotters, 2-year-old Colton Geldings, first of two divisions, field of 6, again 5 across, so these 6 will start from the second tier. And we've got a bunch of horses in here, and no one has won. A lot of them just making their first time start, so we're going to have a maiden breaker here in the second.
Yeah, 6 of them signed on, 2 driver changes. Hill for sure. Derek Waterker's off all his mounts on the early card today. Make the driver Logan Ebersol. Logan pretty much picked up most of the drives today, but he's on Hill for sure, that's for sure. The 3-horse Explosive Tom, Chris Hirschberger. Chris Hirschberger will drive Explosive Tom. The rest go as programmed.
2-year-old trotters, you know, they're certainly all going to mind their manners. We shouldn't have any issues with everybody getting through the mile today.
I like your optimism. You know what's funny about sometimes you look at a race like this and you start handicapping and you see X's here and there on pretty much every horse in the race but the 5 and the 1. And you're like, wow, we're going to have 3 or 4 break, and then they all stay flat. And then other races you'll see all of them showing manners minded, maybe trotting hobbles, and they all look like they're going to stay flat, and then they all jump. So I would say 2-year-old fillies are the hardest because I think those girls have their own minds, and the boys might be a little bit more behaved. But still, as you said, we've got a maiden breaker today. Whoever crosses the wire first will no longer be a maiden. So somebody's going to have graduation diploma day. But, again, we've got all these horses are making their first or second starts in their career. So a lot of education and a lot for each of these individuals in the future.
Yeah, definitely a lot to learn for these 2-year-olds and young trotters. Like you said, most of them have shown breaks, so usually that means tendency is that they're still learning some things, and you're probably going to get a couple. But then on the same side of the token, like you said, sometimes we just get them and they all mind their manners and stay flat and, you know, have a good race. So the 5, Delightful Ranger, probably if there was betting here, he's chosen up a couple nice qualifiers where he was forced to make moves and showed that, you know, maybe he's got a little bit of professionalism to him. The fact that he stayed flat both times. He's got half-mile experience at Northfield, so he's one I'd be looking at. The 1 has fair experience already in his most recent, or his only start, should say. 2:15 just the time, but did all the work on the front. So he's got the inside post, and you get Logan Ebersol here. Charlie Myrick's got one coming out of the Cortland Fair that we saw finish second last out. So good field, always exciting to see the young guys out here at the fairs.
Yeah, I thought the 2 raced really good last time out. That the in-range or short range was long gone in that race and won by 12. But I thought this one finished up real well. Makes a very nice appearance on the track here today too. Ears flipping back and forth. Nice size for a 2-year-old.
Charlie Myrick drives and trains the 2 Tom's Moneymaker, son of Long Tom, which usually is probably one of the sires you'd like in Ohio for trotters. They seem to do very well just from calling all the sire stakes and Buckeye races at Northfield. See a lot of Long Tom sons that do pretty well.
Yeah, he's been a good, very good sire.
I believe they're all out here, so we should have a post parade shortly here for race 2.
Second race, hometown of Colt Stake, 2-year-old Colton Gelding trot, $6,854. And these are the horses. Number 1, Hill for Sure, the driver Logan Ebersole. Number 2, Tom's Moneymaker with Charlie Myrick. The 3, Explosive Tom, the driver Chris Hirschberger. The 4, Vicky's All-Star with Darren Harvey. The 5, Delightful Ranger, Justin Irvine. And the 6, Dreams Cost Money, Brady Clemens in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
There's the field of 6 for the second race. 2-year-old Colton Gelding trotters. 1 Hill for Sure, Logan Ebersole drives for owner trainer David Miller. 1 career start, second place finish at Wellston.
2, Tom's Moneymaker, Charlie Myrick trains and drives. This horse ran a game second last time out. Showed some skips prior to that, but when Minds His Manners has done well, one of the horses to beat.
3, Explosive Tom, Chris Hirschberger driving for Wes Hirschberger and Eric Hirschberger and Carrol Miller. The owners, 2 qualifiers so far, has broken in both of them, so we'll look to get an education and stay flat.
Vicky's All-Star, this one did pass the finish line first in a qualer up at Northfield, won by 2 that day. Thought raced real good again last week, made a skip, ended up ground-saving second, finished 3rd that day. Darren Harvey has done an excellent job, won a sire stakes even the other day on the pacer.
5, Delightful Ranger we touched about before. 2 qualifiers at Northfield and took a step forward in the second one, 2:05 time. Probably the one to beat here.
6, Dreams Cost Money. Eric Nesselrod trains for Waudeca Racing. Brady Clemens has the lines. This one will be starting from the second tier, and they're heading to the gate for race number 2. Here's the call from Roger Houston.
The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. Hill for Sure goes for the lead. Vicky's All-Star on the outside second. Tom's Moneymaker gets away 3rd. Into the turn 4th. As they race to the backside is Delightful Ranger. Off stride 5th was Explosive Tom, and trailing the field following the break, Dreams Cost Money. Down the backside they go. Hill for Sure has the lead. Racing right there second. And taking the 2-hole trip, it's Vicky's All-Star. Closing the gap 3rd is Tom's Moneymaker. Racing 4th as they race by the quarter, Delightful Ranger. Opening quarter, 35 2/5. Into the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. Trailing the field, Dreams Cost Money. As they race around the turn, into the stretch first time, coming to the halfway point. Hill for Sure and Logan Ebersole showing the way by a length and a half. Vicky's All-Star trotting right there second. Tom's Moneymaker is 3rd, racing 4th. As they race over to the half, that is Delightful Ranger. Outmoving Tom's Moneymaker halfway home in 1:09. Tipping to the outside, Explosive Tom racing 5th. Trailing the field, Dreams Cost Money. Racing to the backside and the 5/8 mark. The leader remains Hill for Sure. Opening up now by a length and 3/4. Vicky's All-Star is there second. Racing 3rd, Delightful Ranger. 4th on the outside. As they go to the 3/4 mark, it's Tom's for Sure. Racing up the inside, it's Explosive Tom at the 3/4 in 1:40. The tempo is picked up. That 3rd panel, 31 seconds. Appears to be a 2-horse battle from here. Hill for Sure with the lead. Tipping to the outside second and coming on in the stretch comes Vicky's All-Star. Vicky's All-Star takes the lead, and joining the chase, it's Delightful Ranger on the outside with every stride to the wire. Delightful Ranger! Vicky's All-Star, Explosive Tom, the mile, 2:10, 1/5. So much for it appears to be a two-horse.
5 Delightful Ranger picks up the victory. Justin looked like he had it measured there. Really didn't have to chase him a whole lot. He just responded willingly under pretty minimal urging down the stretch to get up by maybe a neck or so in the end over the 4 Vicky's All-Star in the second.
Yeah, exciting race. We're not going to break any speed records. It doesn't appear today with a 2:10 and 1 clocking, but track's a little bit dusty. Looks like we could use some water on it, but good race. I mean, I always like to see an exciting race like that where you got two horses coming to the wire. And they were both trotting to the wire. It wasn't like one was giving it up. It's just Delightful Ranger was a little bit better. And Gary Martin's horse ran good in the first, ran good here today. He has a plethora of horses in today. Would not be surprised to see that guy, that trainer, pick up 4 or 5 wins on today's card. I believe Justin Irvine's got the call on every single one. So they're off to a good start, a first and a third, and I could see continued success for that combination today.
Yeah, it's certainly how you want to start the day, getting a win here in the second. I thought it was definitely a good effort from the 4 Vicky's All-Star, too. Stayed flat, so at Cortland put in that quick jump at the start and then was third. So much better performance from him in his second career start. So Darren Harvey might have himself a nice little one here for the Fairs as well. And back here to the winner's circle is the 5 Delightful Ranger.
Second race, hometown and Colt Stake, 2-year-old colt and gelding trot. Number 5, Delightful Ranger. Owned by Gary Martin, B. Kleinberg, Lee Ungefer, making his way to the racetrack to get his picture taken in the winner's circle. Gary Martin, the winning trainer. Justin Irvine in the sulky. 2-year-old gelding in range out of Culinary Delight. Home winner in 2:10, 1/5. Final half, 1:01.1. Final quarter, 30 1/5.
And there's race number 2 in the books, 5-4-3, 2:10 and 1, Delightful Ranger. Takes us to race number 3. As of this time, we have no program changes. 6 horses signed on here. We're going to step away some brief message. We'll bring you the third from the Carroll County Fair after these brief messages.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K. Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Join the fast-paced, exciting world of harness racing. There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with the greatest equine athletes in the country. Standard-bred trainers need your help. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available for those that qualify. For more information on how you can be a part of the exciting world of harness racing, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com.
Welcome back to Carroll County Fair here at Carrolton. Race 3 coming up, and Don, I got to tell you, after last Tuesday, I went on Amazon when I got home, and I said, I'm ordering a bleacher seat because we're here all day. It's hot. I want to be comfortable as best we can. And it's sitting on my dining room table right now, and I'm sitting here, and we still have 21 races to go.
Yeah, I was wondering that because you told me that, and when you came in today, I didn't see it, and I was like, well, he's a younger guy, and he's tough, and he can battle, so maybe I just thought that you were going to suck it up again. But we definitely – I don't have one either, so we're in the same church pew, but we'll stand up and we'll stretch a little bit, and we'll do what we got to do. But the good news is our
Chris has one.
IT
He's
cameraman, he has one. And he's the one that has to push the button to run the show. So even if me and you fall over and pass out, we'll still have audio and we'll still have video. We just won't have us to say much. So, and he will still film it. He'll film. He might even put the camera on us laying here. But
So we'll still have a good show.
yes, we'll have an excellent show. Yeah.
Chris has got a Cumberland Run shirt on. Well, Corbin, Kentucky.
Ooh,
Have you been there, or did someone just get that for you?
that's a cool shirt. The heartbeat. Yeah, I like that.
The flatline part would be after I make a bet, those would be my horses. Good thing there's no betting here, so we can't lose any money today. Race 3 coming up, sophomore turn. We're up to the 3-year-olds. Saw a couple of these horses at Cortland, Oblivion Express with that second-place finish. Dragon Mode, Pure Dragon, and Dancing in My Socks. So saw all 4 of these guys last Tuesday. Rosie Weaver has one, and poor Roger Houston. We talked about it on the show last week when Roger's horse won at the fair. He is in the Buckeye Stallion at Bucyrus tomorrow, and unfortunately he's got post 8 in an 8-horse field, and they do score 8 across. So going to be a tall task for Eckert Hill Brady tomorrow for Roger.
But as the old adage goes, it's a horse race.
That's right.
So anything can happen. Anything can happen. And I was actually fortunate to watch last week's race with Roger, and there was a horse that broke in the turn. He goes, maybe we'll be 6th, maybe we'll be 5th, maybe we'll be 4th, maybe we'll be 3rd. And it kept working out in that horse's favor, and he did win and set the track record for his age and gait. So Roger's very excited about him. And for those fans out there that are Roger Houston fans, you can tune in tomorrow to see his horse race. We will be covering that fair at Bucyrus. So I won't be there. I don't think Kenny will be there, but
I will be calling Northfield Park tomorrow night, but I will be at Bucyrus Thursday night. And don't forget the post time has moved on Thursday, 5 o'clock, because there are 16 races. So I'll call 15 at Northfield tomorrow and then be on with Bucyrus for 16 on Thursday at 5 o'clock. And speaking of track records, we'll just mention them here, although, like you said, I'm not sure we're going to be hitting them today. But the all-age pace record, 157-2. Just a couple of years ago, Nick Clegg drove for Jacob Baird on Town Line Flight. And our all-age trot record is 2 minutes, 2 fifths from 2017. Amon Hirschberger, the driver and trainer for War Chief. So 157-2, 2 minutes, 2 fifths. We'll see as we get into the sophomores if we have any shot at these records. But based on the first couple of races, I'm probably going to say we won't get there today.
Yeah, unlikely, but you never know. Sometimes the track gets a little water. That rain could come and compact things down a little bit. You never know. We'll see. But, yeah, regardless, we've got good racing today.
I wouldn't mind a little drizzle today. It's a little more humid than last Tuesday, so a little more sticky. But horses making their way out to the track for the 3rd sophomore Colton Gelding Pacers. This is the first of 3 divisions. Again, the boys on the first card, and then we'll have the girls will be on display in the evening card. Field of 6 here. Oblivion Express, the rail, $67,000 Ohio Select purchase, and didn't make any starts as a 2-year-old, so they gave this guy some time to come back and race as a 3-year-old, and he does have that interference break in the Buckeye Stallion at Northfield, but he's 1 for 4, a win and a non-winners 1. He's got a 3rd and a non-winners 1 where he broke, so he's got the talent. He's just got to put it all together, has those couple of breaks, and he has the rail here.
I thought he ran fantastic last week at Cortland. He did everything but win, and I think with the rail draw here, especially the way this track plays, I think Tyler's going to have this one forwardly placed. I don't see anyone upsetting him in here. I think he's got free square if there was wagering. So.
Talent Colt Stake, 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace for $4,460. Number 1, Oblivion Express with Tyler Angus. Number 2, Dragon Mode, the driver, Joey Mapes. Number 3, Bounding Delight with Drew Neal. Number 4, Pure Dragon, the driver, Nick Clay. Number 5, Lose Boy, Jimmy Smith. And number 6, Dancing in My Socks, James Day in the Sulky.
There's our field for the third. We just touched on the one Oblivion Express. Tyler Angus drives for Corey Darman, who cones with Cap Equine Estates. 3-year-old Lather Up son. 1 win from 4 tries. Has the rail draw here and looks to avenge his loss from last Tuesday.
2-horse Dragon Mode for the Mapes clan here. 0 for 26 lifetime. Only horse in the race that hasn't won a race, but does have a nice second place finish at Carrolton. We'll look to move forward off of that effort.
3 Bounding Delight, Drew Neal for the Rosie Weaver team in Heartland Acres. A Fear the Dragon son, 3rd in his most recent fair try, and a win at Marion, 2 back.
Pure Dragon for the Clay clan. This horse is 2 for 10 this year, $8,000, mark of 58. Last year was a winner at Circleville, 1 of 24. Finished 5th by 26 last time out at Cortland. Needs a reversal form.
5 Lose Boy, Jimmy Smith drives and trains here. 0 for 6 this season, but in his career he's hit the board 11 out of 14.
6, Dancing in My Socks, James Day trains and drives. Horse is 1 for 3, and we're going to send it up Roger for the call of race number 3.
Behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. That's Bounding Delight going right out for the lead. As they race into the turn, taking a seat, it's Pure Dragon second. Racing up on the outside third as they race over to the first 8. That's Lose Boy. Racing 4th, Oblivion Express. 5th at the pylons is Dancing in My Socks. And treading the field down the backside, that's Dragon Mode. Field of Pacers race over to the first quarter mark and into the turn. Bounding Delight, Drew Neal taken to the quarter, 32 flat. Racing second is Pure Dragon. As they race around the turn, Lose Boy paces third. Jimmy Smith's going to be first up from third at the 3/8 mark. Into the lane first time. Bounding Delight leads the way. Up on the outside, Lose Boy second. Racing third. Inside, Pure Dragon. On the outside with cover, it's Oblivion Express. Racing 5th, Dancing in My Socks. And further back is Dragon Mode. Halfway home in 102. Second panel, 30 seconds flat. On to the backside they go. The leader is Bounding Delight by a length. On the outside, Lose Boy challenging second. Racing third, gapping is Pure Dragon. On the outside, Oblivion Express is 4th. Racing 5th, Dancing in My Socks. They go by the 3/4 mark and into the turn. 3 quarters, 1:30 and 4, 20, 8 and 4. As they race around the final turn, on top of the field, it's Bounding Delight with the lead and opening up with each and every stride. Back on the inside is Pure Dragon. On the outside, Lose Boy. Through the stretch, it's Bounding Delight, and Drew Neal looks over his shoulder and tucks the whip. Bounding Delight. Photo all the way for second and third.
There you go, race number 3. The win honors were easy. That was Bounding Delight. He drew off and won by a handful. Drew Neal was sitting chilly at the wire. Rosie Weaver just continues to be a stalwart and do an excellent job on the fair circuit. His horse is even pacing nice up the backside before he takes his turn, heads back to the winner's circle. But I will tell you, I always watch races independently. Very impressed by the 5 Lose Boy. I believe we had a 3-horse photo for second, and they were all right across the wire, which we're going to need a camera shot upstairs from that one to give us the true second-place winner. But that horse was first up, took a lot of air, made a nice appearance on a track, and I believe battled back gamely after losing some ground on a turn to finish a game second. So big circle for that horse. 0 for 6 this year, but starting to make a little bit of headway. This is mainly raced just up at Northfield, your home track, Kenny, but made a favorable impression at the fair today.
Yeah, that was a very good effort, and I wrote down that he was second. Obviously, it's unofficial, waiting to hear the results from upstairs, but I do think he did put his nose there second. In fact, I just heard Roger give us the results behind us. So, yeah, so Lose Boy was second. Nice performance from him. Bounding Delight did all the work on the front, though, and he really sprinted there. 28-4 in the third quarter going up the backside. 3 Bounding Delight heading back here to the winner's circle. Drew Neal, Rosie Weaver team. A 3-year-old bag owned by Fear the Dragon out of the Better's Delight mare, Bound to Be Good, but by Edwin Burkholder of Ohio. 5th lifetime win. This will push the lifetime earnings over $20,000. Second win of the season. And here is the 3 Bounding Delight.
In front of the stands, your unofficial winner of the third race, Home Talent Colt Stake, 3-year-old colt and gelding pace. Number 3, Bounding Delight. Home to Rosie Weaver, Heartland Acres. Rosie Weaver, the trainer. Drew Neal in the sulky. 3-year-old Yelling by Fear of the Dragon of the Bound to Be Good. Takes a lifetime mark, 159, 4/5. Final half, 57-4. The final quarter in 29. Rosie Weaver, Drew Neal, Bounding Delight in the third. Results are official. Number 1, Oblivion Express, 5. The 2, Dragon Mode, 6. The 3, Bounding Delight, the winner. The 4, Pure Dragon, 3. The 5, Lose Boy, 2. The 6, Dancing in My Socks, 4. Top down, 5, 6, 1. 3, 2, 4 on the bottom. Quarter, 32. The half, 102. 3 quarters, 30-4. The mile, 159, 4/5. No changes, race 4. 3-year-old colt and gelding trot. 5 of you, bring them on. Race 4.
Did I hear Roger correctly there? That's a 57-4 back half?
Yeah, 59-4. I know a little earlier today we said we might not see anything to challenge the track records, but I mean that's only a couple ticks off. It's only 2 ticks off the track record. So I mean maybe the track's getting a little faster. That was a big effort by Bounding Delight for sure.
Really
Race
nice
3
performance
in the
there.
books.
That'll do it for race 3. We'll take a quick timeout and be back for race number 4.
When you take the trip to Washington Courthouse, you're right in the middle of Fayette County and a mere 42 miles southeast of Columbus. You'll be traveling through some beautiful Ohio horse country. Stop by the fully restored Sharp House for more of the area's history and take a historical market driving tour. Do a round of golf to local courses and visit the farmers market each Saturday during the summer. Explore the trails, the festivals, the museum, shop at boutiques, antiques, and specialty stores. Visit the many recreational parks, and of course, the crowd favorite since 1880 is the Fayette County Fair, which runs from Monday, July 14th through the 19th.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
County Fair in Carrolton. Race 4 coming up next, just a field of 5, so everybody gets to start on the wings. Owner's race, our first one of the day, so everybody getting paid in the 3-year-old colt and gelding trotters. As of now, no changes, I believe, correct?
No changes. I do like Ryan the Lion a lot here, which is interesting. I highlighted this horse when I was handicapped. So 0 for 16 lifetime. But look what Jimmy did last race. He brought a horse in from Northfield and had a great effort. This horse did race at Paulding 3 back, and look at that, 1-9. the faithful, pounded it in that day, thought it was graduation day. He did run second, but I like him from the rail here. He left 28 and change at the Meadows. This horse, I think, is a big factor for someone that's never made it to the winner's circle yet.
Yeah, he got torched in that race, 28-1, and was parked, made a move. So definitely a nice performance from him. We got Nothing But Cat here, third at Cortland, only beating a length in his most recent try for John Wingard. 45 MAGA, fourth at Cortland, which was his first start for Alvin Miller and Darren Harvey team, so now second start with the Connection, so certainly wouldn't be shocked if he took a step forward off of that performance. Striking Marseille 0 for 10, Big Bruno 0 for 11, so a couple outside horses, maybe tall tasks ahead of them here to get their maiden breakers. $4,369 on the line for this fourth race. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters, and they are all on the track, so we should be getting close to a post parade here. These guys have been really good at getting ready to roll.
Once we get this post parade in too, as has been the case, we're going to the gate pretty much for a minute to a minute and 2 minutes afterwards. So stay close, because once we give you your post parade, we take one quick turn and then these horses are on their way to the gate.
I think Chris is definitely going to get a shout. Yeah, of course he is. That is a, what is that, a military helicopter?
Has to be a military.
What is it? I have no idea what that means. But just flew right over us. You don't see those too often.
A Chinook flew right over us. So yeah, pretty neat. Here's your horses.
Colt Stake, 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trot, $4,369. Number 1, Ryan the Lion with Jimmy Smith. Number 2, Nothing But Cat with John G. Wingard. Number 3, 45 Mega, the driver Darren Harvey. Number 4, Striking Marseille, Charlie Myrick. And number 5, Big Bruno, Jeff Conger in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate. In the barn area, get them ready for the 5th. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pace, 6 of you, get them ready.
Here you go. Here's the field. Number 1, Ryan the Lion. Jimmy Smith trains and drives for Mike Lickard of Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. 0 for 16 lifetime, but does have 7 on the board finishes. I think the horse to beat here, coming off of a nice tightener from the Meadows.
2 Nothing But Cat. John G. Wingard drives and trains and co-owns with Amy Wingard. 0 for 7 this season, but he did race in the Buckeye Stallion twice as a 5th and a 6th.
45 Magna, the winning statesman of the race, 3 for 20 lifetime, 2 for 8 this year. Score of 58-4 at Northfield. Darren John Harvey's just done an amazing job. This horse was in a couple Buckeye races. Well meant, and the horse to beat if we had wagering.
4 Striking Marseille, second chance stable. Charlie Myrick trains and drives. 0 for 10, hasn't hit the exact in 10 tries, but comes back, and he hasn't raced since May 21st, so probably just getting a tightener in him.
5 horse, Big Bruno, Jeff Conger trains and drives. Jeff Conger, all those horses 0 for 11. Just an amazing trot trainer. He always has been. If you look 4 back at Northfield on June 11th, this horse did finish 6th from the 4 post, got away 7th, and closed very well. Chris Lems drove that day. Wouldn't shock me if this horse was 1st or 2nd in here.
You know, real quick before we get this race, notice all 5 horses are trained and driven by the same Connection here, so no catch drivers, all trainers and drivers doing it all. Here's the 4th race. Here's Roger Houston.
Into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Striking Marseille going right out for the lead. In between horses to take command, Nothing But Cat. Getting away on the inside, Ryan the Lion, now 2nd. Off stride into the turn, Big Bruno, and trailing the field following an early break, 45 Mega. Down the backside they go. Nothing But Cat and John G. Wingard show the way. Jimmy Smith, Ryan the Lion is right there 2nd. Racing 3rd, Striking Marseille and Charlie Myrick as they go by the opening quarter. Racing 4th is Big Bruno, and the trailer is 45 Mega. Opening quarter in 33 seconds. into the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. Continued to show the way. Nothing But Cat leads by a length and a half. Ryan the Lion right there second. Into the lane first. Racing third is Striking Marseille as they pass the stand for the first time, coming to the halfway station. Further back is Big Bruno, and trailing the field, 45 Mega. Darren Harvey can see them all at the halfway point in 104 and 4. On to the turn and going to the backside. Continue to show the way. It's Nothing But Cat, comfortably by a length and a quarter. Ryan the Lion racing second. Ready to pounce is Striking Marseille third. Down the backside they go. Big Bruno fourth, and the trailer remains 45 Mega. On the move on the outside. Here comes Striking Marseille and Charlie Murray from third. Now second and going after the leader. Nothing But Cat. 3/4 in 136 and 3. Midway around the final turn. Wingard opens up. Nothing But Cat now by 3. Racing second, Ryan the Lion. On the outside, Striking Marseille flattens out. Less than an 8 to go in Ohio. The leader coming home with ease. John G. Wingard. Nothing But Cat. Ryan the Lion second. Striking Marseille third. The mile 2:05 1/5.
Race 4, Nothing But Cat. That's just seized out of the gate. John Wingard went right to the lead, seeded the rest of them. A couple of them made breaks with the 3-horse and 5-horse. So it's basically a 3-horse dash from there. But John Wingard well rated there, and these horses are finishing up some nice miles. We got some horses rating some halves, but they're getting up pretty good.
Yeah, they're sprinting home for sure. The first laps have been, relatively take it easy in the first turn. And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with just that first turn being so tight and coming up onto it right off the gate. But nice performance from the 2 Nothing But Cat. Ryan the Lion was getting the trip, but there was no reason to pull because the 2 just had plenty more and pulled away from them. Striking Marseille took a shot, but ultimately Nothing But Cat just got to the front, and just a very strong performance all the way, opening up by open lengths there to pick up his second lifetime win and first as a 3-year-old.
Getting ready for the 5th race. Getting ready for the 5th. 6 of you. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. Getting ready. Race 5.
Here comes the 2 Nothing But Cat back to the winner's circle for the 4th.
Into the winner's circle, the winner of the 4th race, Home Talent Colt Stake 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trot. Number 2, Nothing But Cat. Home to John and Amy Wingard. John G. Wingard, the trainer and driver. The 3-year-old Gelding by Nothing But Class out of Capcana. Home a winner in 2:05 1/5. Final half, 1 minute and 2/5. The final quarter, 28 and 3. John G. Wingard, Nothing But Cat in the 4th.
Race 4 in the books, 2-1-4, Nothing But Cat. Did nothing but destroy that field. 2-1-4 unofficial, time 2:05 and 1. That takes us to race number 5. We've got a couple quick changes here for you. The 2-horse Working Up a Lather, Harvey Hirschberger. Harvey Hirschberger will drive the 2 Working Up a Lather. The 4-horse Western 9, make the driver Tyler Angus. The 4-horse will be driven by Tyler Angus. We'll tell you a little bit more about this race after these brief messages.
equine industry need your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Welcome back to the Carroll County Fair in Carrolton, Ohio. We've got 11 total races this afternoon. We've got 4 in the books, and we're into race number 5, Kenny.
We're zipping right along here. We're just about halfway. After this race, we'll be in that halfway spot. Back to the freshman, 2-year-old Colton Gelding. So working up a lather, the line to be announced. You know, for someone that calls the races, you would think I would know exactly where these horses finish, but I'm not 100% where he finished.
I'll be your lifeline today.
Yeah, fifth. Okay, so you got to check.
Yeah, you got to check, and that was a 50K race, so it's not a bad check either.
And this is Harvey Hirschberger's first lifetime winner working up a lather. So
Correct.
For the Clegg team here, no changes. No, we have a driver on the 4.
We got 2. Yeah, Harvey Hirschberger will drive the 2, and Tyler Angus will drive the 4 horse hairs. Derek Wadaker is not here on the afternoon card. We do have 6 signed on here. The 6-horse Creek Shark will be coming from a trailer second tier. But working up a lather, we were fortunate enough to be there for Harvey Hirschberger's first win at Cortland. And he gets the catch drive again here today. Nick decides to turn the lines back over to him, which I love to see. Love to see trainers, because Nick could certainly go out there and do it himself. He's very capable. Actually, probably even with his experience, probably better that he would drive this horse, but the fact that he's putting a little confidence in Harvey, who was in the winner's circle with I Am the Sea in the first race, probably doing some work for the Clegg family, and nice to see they're rewarding him with a drive.
And he responded with the first drive on this horse at Cortland, taking the field down the road. It was a professional drive that day, and he really never had to ask him, working up a lather, and he beat ATI Barley the King, but ATI Barley the King does get the rail here, so maybe he can turn the tables. Working up a lather comes off the start at Northfield, and the rail horse, you know, been off since Cortland, so see if they can turn the tables. But they were 1-2 at Cortland, and they have the 2 inside posts here, and probably look like they are in good spots to go 1-2 again. Although the 6 Creek Shark has a nice qualifier at Northfield for just a $6,000 Buckeye purchase, 201 and 2 there.
Yeah, he's another sleeper, I would say, the other contender here, the new shooter, because this is his first time technically going in a race. 2 qualifiers. Both of those look good, though. Rated the first dresser and finished up well. And last time out, took advantage of the rail and cut the mile. Did get picked up at the wire. But Justin's drove this one before. Sue Stockwell owns this, who always has a nice hand up at the Jefferson Fair up in northeastern Ohio. But I believe Creek Shark's going to make a good showing here today.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all. Those are good efforts, and he's just got to deal with the second tier for his first start. I Fear the Dragon. So nice to see the Fear the Dragon horses. You know, I know that maybe didn't have the sire ability that they thought he was and hopeful that he would have. You know, looking at some of his sire numbers, only sires 50 or 60 now a year, but definitely was fun watching Fear the Dragon race back in the day, you know, 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, they had a 1-2 punch that year with Fear the Dragon and Down by the Seaside. Those horses were not only just Ohio stalwarts, but those were Grand Circuit horses. So
they were
really cool.
Were they 1-2 in the North America Cup?
I'm not positive, but I know they exchanged blows along the way, and Emerald Farms, I believe, owned both of them. At least I knew owned Fear the Dragon, but both those horses made a great account for themselves. I know Brian trained both of them, Brian Brown, but definitely carried the banner for Ohio, and it's nice to see they're both standing in Ohio too. So,
and the Down by the Seasides have certainly been very strong on the racetrack from an offspring standpoint, as it looks like we have pretty much all of them here. So do have just the Fear of the Dragon. No Down by the Seasides in here in this one, but some nice horses. Rosie Weaver has one here in the race, or excuse me, number 3, not race 3, but did win race number 3. That's where the 3 was coming in. James Day, Power Play Racing 87 from the rail. The Clegg team has the 2. And we got a first-time starter in Tonica's Gate for Richard Stacy from the 5-hole.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch these freshmen race because these are the future stars of tomorrow here today, and we're fortunate to see some of these horses. And you're going to, especially for what your day job is, Kenny, with working at Northfield, you're going to see a lot of these horses and 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds start to show up in overnights and at your track and watch these horses progress. It's great to be involved with the fairs for us to get a first-hand look at some of the future stars in Ohio.
Yeah, I wish Northfield was my day job, but we're racing till midnight. So, but no, I knew what you meant there. Western 9, Tonica's Gate. Always exciting to see the first-time starters, and even horses like Working Up a Ladder that have already started, and we know that they're capable of winning and have shown some talent so young. Always nice to see. Enjoy the freshman races at Northfield. We had some Sire Stakes and Buckeye this weekend, so it was exciting. But all the horses are out for the 5th, and we'll have Roger Houston with the post parade here shortly.
Horses are on the track and ready to the post for the 5th race. Hometown of Colstick, 2-year-old Colton gelding pace for $4,554. Number 1, ATI Barley the King, James Day. The 2, Working Up a Lather with Harvey Hirschberger. Number 3, Western Encore, the driver Drew Neal. The 4, Western 9, Tyler Angus. Number 5, Tonica's Gate with Logan Eversole. And number 6, Greek Shark, Justin Irvine in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. The barn area.
There's our field for the 5th, 2-year-old Colton gelding, 2nd division Pacers, $4,554. 1 ATI Barley the King, Power Play Racing 87. James Day trains and drives, comes off that 2nd place finish behind Working Up a Lather at Cortland.
2, Working Up a Lather. This one won at Cortland very professionally, then did finish a game 5th at Northfield in the Ohio Sire Stakes. Definitely the horse to beat. Hirschberger might get his 2nd.
3, Western Encore, Drew Neal for Rosie Weaver. Comes with Heartland Acres. 0 for 3 so far, but has gotten better with each start, 6th, 5th, and 4th, so maybe he can improve once again.
4, Western 9, David Miller trains. Driver changed to Tyler Angus. Distance last time out, but was the Overland first up route. We'll try to improve off that.
5, Tonica's Gate, first-time starter, no qualifiers to go off of, so we'll see what this 2-year-old son of Heaven's Gate has at first asking.
Number 6, Creek Shark, Gary Martin trains, Justin Irvine drives. This one's a sneaky play in here. Draws the 2nd tier, and we're going to send it up to Roger.
Two-year-old Colton gelding Pacers, all in behind the Whoopenberg starting gate on the upper turn. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing, Working Up a Lather goes for the lead. ATI Barley the King fights back on the inside. They battle into the first turn. Early battle was won by James Day. ATI Barley the King has command. Taking a seat, Working Up a Lather down the backside. Creek Shark racing 3rd. Racing 4th is Western 9. 5th is Western Encore, and trailing the field, Tonica's Gate at the first quarter mark. Opening quarter in 31 seconds. Make it 30 flat. 30 flat for the first quarter. On top, ATI Barley the King leads by a length and a quarter. Right there, 2nd is Working Up a Lather. A close 3rd, Greek Shark. And into the lane, first train coming to the halfway point. Racing 4th. That's Western 9, pacing 5th, Western Encore, and trailers way back as they race over to the halfway point. Tonica's Gate, they're halfway home in 101, 2/5. On to the backside they go. ATI Barley the King's been there almost every step. Leads by a length and a quarter. Working up the lather right there second. Gapping out Greek Shark. Down the backside they go. Western 9 is fourth. Coming to the outside, Western Encore and Drew Neal first up from fifth. Now fourth at the 3/4 mark. 3/4, 1:31 and 2. Third panel, 30 seconds flat. ATI Barley the King with the lead. Here comes Harvey Hirschberger working up a lather on the move on the outside, blows the turn and goes rough gated. Into the stretch they come. ATI Barley the King. The battle's on for second and third. Home one. It's all ATI Barley the King. Working up a lather is second. Greek Shark was third. The mile 2:02.
Just a good aggressive drive there from James Day. He did not let the two in front of him. He said, I have the benefit of the rail, and I'm going to put my horse on the front and make you beat me. And he pulled and I would say he made a break there quickly, even though he blew the turn was rough. But I think he broke, and the one goes all the way.
Yeah, this is what you got, young, exciting drivers like Harvey Hirschberger on the 2-horse. And honestly, the way that horse, I'm going to go on a limb and say it was probably the best horse this day, because when he did move into the turn, he came right to the one. But, I had a talk with Justin Irvine once about this, too. He was driving some races over the Meadows, and he got a little too aggressive and loose-lined a horse, a 2-year-old, by one of the New Jersey trainers, and lost that horse that day. It's you're cutting your teeth. You're learning. So it's believe it or not, that's more of a learning experience for Harvey Hirschberger than anything to maybe nurse a horse through a turn. But good effort. I mean, don't take anything away from the winner or the second-place finisher. It was a match race at the 3/4 pole, and James Day wins today. I think a little crafty drive there, and like you said, took control of the race and won it.
Here comes the one, ATI Barley the King, back to the winner's circle.
Moving to the winner's circle, number 2. Make it number 1, ATI Barley the King. Over Power Play Racing 87, James Day trains and drives. 2-year-old colt by Charlie Barley at a real foxy lady, taking a lifetime mark, 2:02. Final half, 1 minute and 3/5. Final quarter, 30 3/5. James Day, ATI Barley the King in the 5th. Results are official. Number 1, ATI Barley the King, the winner. The 2, Working Up a Lather, 2. The 3, Western Encore, 4. The 4, Western 9, 5. The 5, Tanika's Gate, 6. The 6, Greek Shark, 3. Top down, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 30. The half, 101.2. 3/4, 131.2. The mile, 2:02. On to the 6th race. Chris Hirschberger drives the 3, Moneyvon Millstream. Chris Hirschberger. The 4, Betty Jean's Pride, Logan Ebersole on the 4, Betty Jean's Pride. 5 of you, bring them on. Race 6, 2-year-old colt and gelding trotters.
And that concludes the 5th. ATI Barley the King, wire to wire from the rail. The 2 Working Up a Lather, chased second, made a quick step there on the far turn, but still finished second, so they go 1-2. We'll be back after a few short messages with race number 6.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments, at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standard Bred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Welcome back to Carroll County Fair here in Carrolton, and while we have a quick minute, just heard from one of our sponsors, thestable.ca. Wanted to give them a quick shout out. Second, I believe, or second or third, at 99-1 at the Meadowlands this weekend. One of the big stakes, but time is on my side.
Time is on our side. Yeah, ran second.
Second, and was that
big
was
effort.
The race you were in? I believe.
Yeah, we were fourth. He was second. Very, very good effort. I congratulated the trainer Tim Twaldo, who's a very good friend of mine, after the race. But yeah, that the mare that that horse is out of, Mock Around the Clock. She was just a tough, hard knocking overnight invitational mare pacer at the Meadows for years. I believe she was even maybe horse of the year in at the Meadows one year. Just fantastic animal. Tim actually campaigned her, and obviously got to campaign the son. But very nice horse.
Yeah, and I'm just speculating. I talked to Anthony a couple months ago, but time is on my side. I think they might be targeting up in PEI for the big race there, the Gold Cup and Saucer, especially after a big effort like that. So it'll be fun to see him up in that race, which is certainly on my bucket list of harness events. I don't know if you've ever been, but the Gold Cup is definitely on my bucket list.
I've not been there, but they treat horses like athletes up there to the nth degree. They announce them. They have lights on them. I've been told time after time I have to go either take a horse or go just to check it out because they really rally around that event. So, yeah, it's on a bucket list for me as well.
It's just such a long flight, PEI Canada, so far on the East Coast that they're actually ahead in time by an hour. So they're past Eastern time.
Can you access it via Maine, like driving up that way? Is there any way to cross over somewhere?
There must be, but I know there's direct flights out of Toronto.
Okay.
So if I ever go, I would fly to Toronto and then fly from Toronto. So, but anyways, just wanted to mention that because of that fractional ownership and get involved in such a small little piece of a horse, but you can have so much fun going to a race like that at the Meadowlands.
Yeah, Dave Brower, one of the big names in announcers, media people in harness racing, passed away a couple years ago. His sister, Laura Brower, is an owner of Time Is On My Side. I don't know how much she owns, but I did see her out to Brower when I was out there a couple weeks ago. Dave meant a lot to me. We were good friends for 20-plus years, and I've carried that on to a friendship with his sister, and we had a talk about Time Is On Your Side when we were out there. So excited for her. It was a great second-place finish. And, again, it's great for people, listening audience. You can get involved for a very small amount of money with what the McDonald's do with this Stable CA. It's a great way of getting involved, becoming owners. I know, like, Jay Wolf has become an owner. He's done it, a lot of different people. It's a great way to get in the game for a smaller amount of money, and then when you get some of these nice horses and get a piece of them, boy, that's awful exciting to run second in the Houghton Memorial.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, 1%, 10%, or the 100% of the horse. It's all the same. The excitement's still there, and like their slogan is, own a little, love a lot. Same thing as Same thing as when you're betting a race. It doesn't matter if I have $10 or $100 on the race. I'm still excited and rooting my horse home. So, yeah, great thing that they have, and we do see them occasionally at the fairs as well. Some of these state.
Yeah, you will.
horses.
You will as the season goes on. Anthony does bring them over. They're very good at showing them off, and we actually get a lot of owners show up at the fairs too. I think I covered Burton last year, and they had 20 or 30 people show up. So.
Here's the field for the 6th.
$54. Number 1, Short Range, Charlie Myrick. Number 2, Moonshine Marseille, Justin Irvine. Number 3, Moneybond Millstream with Chris Hirschberger. Number 4, Betty Jean's Pride, the driver Logan Ebersole. And number 5, CS Go Tom, Darren Harvey in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate. In the barn area, get them ready for the 7th. 3-year-old colt and gelding pacers. 6.
There's the field for the 6, $6,854. The one Short Range, a horse we touched on earlier, a 12.5 length winner at Cortland for Charlie Myrick, who drives, trains, and owns.
Moonshine Marseille, Gary Martin trains, Justin Irvine drives. We don't have much to go with here. Source was a Buckeye Classic, $10,000 purchase, making a first start.
3, Montavon Millstream. Chris Hirschberger drives here for the Darren Harvey team. Made a break at Cortland, but fixed that up pretty quickly and ended up going on to finish 2nd in his first career start.
4, Betty Jean's Pride, Logan Ebersole drives today. David Miller trains and owns. This horse broke last time out and finished distance, looking to get a better education and pick up a piece.
And the 5, CS Go Tom. Darren Harvey drives, trains, and co-owns. Only one start. It's at Cortland. Did make a break there. So Darren Harvey will try again. 1 of 2 for Harvey in the 6, $6,854. And the horses are in behind the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate. So we'll send it up to Roger Houston with the 6th.
They're off and trotting for the lead. That's CS Go Tom on the outside. On the inside, Short Range. As they race into the turn, Short Range is off stride. Up on the outside, now 2nd and going on, Moonshine Marseille as they race to the backside. Betty Jean's Pride gets away 3rd. 4th is Short Range, back trotting and treading the field. Moneybond Millstream. Down the backside they go. Darren Harvey, CS Go Tom leads the way by 2.5. Racing 2nd. That is Moonshine Marseille at the quarter in 34 seconds. Into the turn, racing 3rd. That's Betty Jean's Pride. Straight alignment, going to the 3/8 mark. Short Range is 4th and trailing the field further back and making another break. Moneybond Millstream at the 3/8 mark. Straight alignment into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Darren Harvey on top, his fraction. CS Go Tom right there 2nd. Moonshine Marseille racing 3rd. Betty Jean's Pride comes to the outside for Logan Ebersole. Moving to the outside as well as Short Range and Charlie Myrick. Halfway home in 1:10. Tempo picks up on top of the field. CS Go Tom takes him to the backside. On the outside, Betty Jean's Pride is there 2nd, racing 3rd. Moonshine Marseille, Short Range up on the outside 4th. Trading the field, that is Moneybond Millstream. Field of trotters by the 3/4 mark. The leader remains CS Go Tom. 3/4, 1:42. Midway around the final turn. Harvey opens up with CS Go Tom now by 2.5. Racing 2nd. That's Moonshine Marseille coming to the outside 3rd. In Short Range, into the stretch they come. On top, CS Go Tom. Closing on the outside is Short Range. Coming to the wire, CS Go Tom. Short Range, Moonshine Marseille, 2:12.
been some strange times.
Yeah, speed's been very good. Short range made a break going into the first turn. As we talked about pre-show, this first turn's a little tricky. It comes up fast, and horses are trying to trot out of there, lose action. And that horse actually raced really good, came back and only lost by about a length and a half, but was full of trot at the end. I still put a circle around that short range. This horse is moving forward and looks like the Myrick's. Charlie owns, trains, and drives that one. He's got one going the right direction. But Darren Harvey continues to just be a budding training superstar into the future. He did a great job with this horse. This horse skipped last time out at Cortland, and this time stayed mannerly and is on the way to the winner's circle.
Into the winner's circle, number 5, CS Go Tom, owned by Darren John Harvey. Jamie Maria Jenkins. Darren Harvey trains and drives. 2-year-old colt by Long Tom at a Ms. Friendly. Home a winner in 2:12, a lifetime best. Final half 1:02, final quarter in 30 seconds flat. Darren Harvey, CS Go Tom in the 6th. And that's another winner from Midland Acres, the home of Long Tom.
There you have it, the 5 CS Go Tom. Darren Harvey picks up the victory there. 2-year-old big colts from Long Tom. So nice performance. And like you said, the one
Results are official. Number 1, Short Range, 2. The 2, Moonshine Marseille, 3. The 3, Moneyline Millstream, 5. The 4, Betty Jean's Pride, 4. The 5, CS Go Tom, the winner. Top down, 2, 3, 5, 4, 1 on the bottom. The quarter, 34. The half, 110. 3/4, 142. The mile, 2:12. No changes. Race 7. 3-year-old colt and gelding pacers. Bring them on. Race 7, 6-7.
Like you said there in the 6th there, the 1 Short Range made the break. Got to the outside, ended up following cover, and then when they went into the far turn, maybe a little bit hard to see with the trailers and stuff, but got stuck behind a horse that was just going the wrong way, so he had to dive back to the inside and then came back out for a second. So certainly one you definitely want to put a circle around, but CS Go Tom picks up the victory. So that'll conclude the 6th. We'll be back after these messages for the 7th.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Welcome back to the Carroll County Fair. 6 down, 5 to go in the afternoon card. We're back with 12 in the evening with a first post of 5. So once we're done with the afternoon, don't go too far because we're coming back for another doubleheader card here in Carrolton.
Yeah, exciting race here for race number 7. I mean, this is the second division at 3-year-old colts. The earlier division was a little snappy race, and we got a couple decent horses in here, especially this Draco Storm. We'll have to navigate the second tier. This horse is a 4 for 19 lifetime winner with a mark of 56-4 as a 2-year-old. So nice qualifier last time out, 58-1 at Northfield. Looks like he's going forward for sure.
I hear Roger announcing in our background, Don McCurgan is here watching the races. So happy retirement to Don. Just finished up his career at Northfield and is moving to Florida with his wife soon here. Probably after summer, I would assume that you don't want to move to Florida for the first time in July. It's probably not the most comfortable down there at this time. I don't know. I'm not a guy that likes the hot weather. So.
I love Don McCurgan. I have to share quick Don McCurgan stories. We all have tons of them, but this fair in 2021 was a few days after the Meadowlands Pace where I got disqualified. And I saw Donnie in the paddock, and I was, you know, I'm here to cover the races, but he told me he would fight the judges for me. So, I love Don McCurgan. He's been a fun guy to watch over the years. He's just done a great job with that Sadadaka. I believe she raced that day, raced the last couple years. Like old times, I believe he won the Sire Stakes final maybe about 5 to 7 years ago at Scioto. I was there that day, but great guy for the sport and good horseman, very good horseman.
Yeah, I always loved watching Sedota K race as the last horse he drove there at Northfield, and she wore a fly mask, so you always could pick her out of every race, but she just trotted every single time. Don's such a good guy and fun guy to root for, so you know, sad to see him retire because it was fun just to root for him, but you know, I guess everybody has to enjoy some life, so he's going to head down to Florida and have a nice time, enjoy retirement, as the horses have made their way to the track for the 7th, so we'll go to the post parade.
Stake 3-year-old Colton gelding pace for $4,460. Number 1, Catching Up, James Day. Number 2, Widger Boys, the driver Nick Clegg. The 3, Bernie B. Bad with Charlie Myrick. The 4, Gene Said, Elliot Deaton. Number 5, Cool Augustus with Tyler Angus. And number 6, Draco Storm. His favorite post position today, Justin Irvine in the sulky. How many 6 holes has Justin Irvine had today?
7th race Pacers, 1 Catching Up. James Day drives and trains for Power Play Racing 87. 3-year-old son of Catch the Fire. An impressive 11-length score at Cortland last Tuesday.
Widger Boys, the Clegg clan here, sends this one out a winner last time out of Cortland. With Braden Rhodes in a sulky, Nick Clegg takes the lines today.
3, Bernie B. Bad. Charlie Myrick drives and trains for David Sweeney. First career win was at Northfield 3 back on June 25th, and a wire-to-wire performance was placed 3rd at Cortland most recently.
4, Gene Said, Randy Young owns, Ryan Deaton trains, Elliot Deaton has the lines. This horse is only 1 for 24 lifetime, but 13 second or third place finishes. Sneaky horse in this race.
5, Cool Augustus, Tyler Angus for Amy Wengert, who cones with Herbert Nicholson. 0 for 2 so far, 0 for 15 in his career, just 3rd start of the season.
6, Draco Storm, the most talented animal in the race, must overcome the second tier. But I believe this is a pretty nice 3-year-old with that we're going to see bigger things ahead with. And that's your field of 6. 6 does trail here, 5 across the track. And we'll send it up for the call for race number to the 7. For the voice, Roger Houston.
To the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing. That's Widger Boys going for the lead. Gene said tucks in second. Getting away third is catching up. Into the turn fourth is Draco's Storm. Onto the backside they go. Racing fifth is Cool Augustus. And trailing the field following the early break, Bernie B. Bad. He was bad today at the start. Down the backside they go. On top, Nick Clegg. Widger Boys shows the way. Gene said with Elliott Deaton is right there second. James Day up close third with catching up. Opening quarter 32-1. Kind of a slow total for these 3-year-old pacers. Around the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. Moving on the outside from fourth, now third, and moving up with every stride. As they race into the lane first time comes Tyler Angus with Cool Augustus. Passing a stands on top, Widger Boys with the lead. On the outside second is Cool Augustus. Racing on the inside, as Gene said, into the turn, catching up fourth. Moving on the outside, Bernie B. Bad getting better as the race progresses. The half in 1:05-1. The trailer now is Draco's Storm. Justin Irvine can see them all at the 5/8 mark, but he's moving 3 wide. Following the cover of Bernie B. Bad and Charlie Murray. Now 6 ahead in front. Racing second is Widger Boys. Down the backside they go. Draco's Storm on the outside. Inside it's Gene said. 3/4, 1:35, 29-4. The tempo is picked up with 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. On top of the field it's Widger Boys with the lead. Bernie B. Bad on the outside second. Ready to come to the outside as Gene said. Through the stretch, Widger's Boys. Gene said on the inside. On the outside, Draco's Storm. To the wire, it's Widger Boys. Over, Gene said, and catching up. The mile, 2:04, 1/5.
At Northfield or Scioto that's doing great things. But I'm going to give credit there to Nick Clegg. Nick seized the racetrack, backed it off, sprinted home, and Bernie B. Bad made a big run up the backside. Looked like he was going to clear him even. And he was able to put that horse away and hold game to the wire. Draco's Storm didn't even get involved, and that's a pretty nice horse too. So give credit where it's due. Big effort by Widger Boys and Nick Clegg.
2-year-old, or rather 3-year-old Big Gelding by Lather Up out of the Art Major Mare Profound Beauty. Kimber Clegg, Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg, $8,000 purchase with the win. Now over $5,500 for Widger Boys, so already starting to work his get his sale price back. Nick Clegg back to the winner's circle with the 2 Widger Boys.
Circle. Number 2, Widger Boys. On the Kimber Clegg of Pennsylvania, Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg, a training and driving double on the card. 3-year-old gelding, but Lather Up. Out of Profound Beauty, home a winner in 2:04.1. The half 59, final quarter 29-1. Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg, Widger Boys in the 7th. Results are official. Number 1 catching up, 3. The 2, Widger Boys, the winner. The 3, Bernie B. Bad, 5. The 4, Gene Said, 2. The 5, Cool Augustus, 6. The 6, Draco Storm, 4. Top down, 3, 1, 5, 2, 6. 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 32 and 1. The half, 105.1. 3 quarters, 135. The mile, 204, 1/5.
That concludes the 7th. You know, obviously I don't know a ton about horses, kind of just from the announcing standpoint, but did you happen to take a look at the pacing hobbles that one had on there? It definitely looked a lot different than ones you normally see on horses there. It looked more like leather, almost like leather straps versus the tubing type hobbles. And I could be making it up. There's people listening to it now. I am not the greatest with equipment. I'm an announcer, but just noticed that they look different. So maybe I have to talk to Nick about that and be interested to see what the
Yeah,
choice
I did
was.
not see them. That'd be something to go over in with. But sometimes when you see that, they have heavier hobbles, and that's also to keep a horse in gait. And then they also have lighter hobbles. I mean, you know, the whole key with the hobble thing is to keep the horse in gait. There's a lot of horses, actually pacers, that can even race free-legged. But that would be my guess. I honestly didn't see them, but if it looked like a thicker, heavier hobble without the tubing, that's probably what it is. It was a heavier hobble to keep the horse from overextending.
Well, definitely worked as Widger Boys goes back to back. We'll be back after a few short messages with race number 8.
When you take the trip to Washington Courthouse, you're right in the middle of Fayette County and a mere 42 miles southeast of Columbus. You'll be traveling through some beautiful Ohio horse country. Stop by the fully restored Sharp House for more of the area's history and take a historical market driving tour. Do a round of golf at the local courses and visit the farmers market each Saturday during the summer. Explore the trails, the festivals, the museum, shop at boutiques, antiques, and specialty stores. Visit the many recreational parks, and of course, the crowd favorite since 1880 is the Fayette County Fair, which runs from Monday, July 14th through the 19th.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio-sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
We are back in Carroll County in Carrolton for our fair action doubleheader. 7 in the books, 4 to go in the afternoon card. Don't forget we have the evening 7-4, good blackjack hand. We're up to the 8th.
And we're going to double down and play the second half of the card. Another shout out to the Chicken Man, Ray France, one of our local Ohio harness guys out of Galloway, Ohio, tends the fairs. He was at Hilliard yesterday. He's tuning in today. So thank you, Ray, for your support of Ohio harness racing and harness racing in general.
Yep, we just saw Nick Clegg. He's the first guy, trainer-driver, to double up on the card, picking up the victory there in race number 7. You know, another thing about Nick that a lot of people don't know, or maybe they do know, but I've found out since coming to Ohio, is Nick's a fantastic cook, and he makes a heck of a pizza. So,
you know what's interesting? I've heard all kinds of things of people that they're good at making. Lasagna, chicken parm. I've never heard someone say that someone's fantastic at making pizza, so that's pretty neat. I like that.
We learned something new. But, yeah, Nick, one day in the race office when he was trying to, bribe us, I guess. Just kidding. Can't do that. But if you're going to try, food is the way to a lot of our hearts in the race office. And, yeah, he made a pizza and brought it in, and it was just a fantastic pizza. So, definitely can cook for the Clegg team. And I did text Betty about the horse to try and get some kind of confirmation on what those hobbles were, just because it was something that looked so different compared to what we see here on the horse in front of us.
Yeah, that's a normal set of hobbles right there on the 6 horse. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, that's got to be a ride siren, maybe. Is that the spinning? Chris, are you a big fair ride guy? No. Do you the ride where the zero gravity where you go in and you spin and then you can climb the walls without falling because
the feet come out from underneath you and you're just
what is
stuck
that, centrifugal force?
Yeah.
Look at that science word.
How about that?
Yeah. It's always fun at the fairs. I haven't been on a fair ride since I left New York. I haven't been to any fairs. I'm looking for good demolition derbies. If anyone has any tips on where to go for those, certainly wouldn't mind that in the comments. The DuQuoin State Fair, they still have a hub rail at DuQuoin?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think they do. We have a kind of a hub rail here. It's about 3/4 of the way around. It's really not anywhere in the straightaway, but on the backstretch and on the turns, a wooden fence there, so essentially a hub rail. But so far, I would say everybody's minded their manners for the most part today. We've had a few breakers, but nothing crazy. Everybody's been professional. We've had some fast races, exciting races, a couple of photo finishes. Track seems to be in really good shape here in Carroll County. Field of 5 owners race here, trotters. Justin Irvine on the rail horse. Roger was making fun of him in the last race because Justin's drawn the 6 hole 4 times on the card. So
he has no complaints here. He gets the rail.
It all evens out in the end.
I've always heard that statement, but I don't agree with it.
Most trainers and drivers don't feel like it evens out. The race office will tell you it evens out.
Yes.
Looks like all 5 are out here for the 8th. Just a field of 5. 3-year-old Colton Gelding trotters, $4,369 on the line. And we'll have the post parade here shortly.
The post for the 8th race, Home Talent Colt Stake, 3-year-old Colton Gelding trot for $4,369. Number 1, Tiny Tom, the driver, Justin Irvine. Number 2, Sod Buster with Alex Hawk. Number 3, Typhoon Tony, Chris Hirschberger. Number 4, 80+80, the driver, Logan Eversole. And number 5, Cherry's Prize, Charlie Myrick in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
There's our field for race number 8. Tiny Tom, Justin Irvine for Eli Miller. This horse was 3rd by half length last time out at Northfield, but that was in a Buckeye Stallion series. Prior to that, 2 back was 4th. This horse is 1 for 9 on the season, but has made 28,000 plus lifetime with a mark of 56 at the Meadows. The horse to beat.
2, Sodbuster, Alex Hawk for owner-trainer J.H. Miller, 3-year-old son of Volstead. Second as the 2-5 favorite at Wellston, 0 for 7 this season, but 3 for 19 in his life with a mark of 204 and 3 as a 2-year-old.
3-horse Typhoon Tony, Chris Hirschberger trains and drives for Flying Hooves Farm. This horse is raced primarily at Northfield Park, makes his fair debut today, 0 for 3, looking to improve.
480+80, Logan Ebersol, the programmed driver change there. Winner at Wellston in 2:12 in his last start, just his 2nd lifetime win, but he's hit the board in 9 of 20.
5, Cherry's Prize, Charlie Meyer trains and drives for Second Chance Stable. Source was 8th by 23 last time, but is 1 for 8 for the season, has made $10,000. And there's your field of 5, heading to the starting gate for the call of race number 8, the voice, Roger Houston.
Trotters are all in behind the Mike Wilkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. The gate swings into the stretch and here they come. Clear off and trotting, that's Typhoon Tony going for the lead. Sod Buster on the inside, off stride in the turn. Getting away 3rd, that is Tiny Tom as they race to the backside, going to the 1st quarter mark. Moving up on the outside is Cherry's Prize and trailing the field on the inside, 80+80. Down the backside they go. The new leader is Typhoon Tony by a length and a quarter. Right there, second is Tiny Tom. Irvine pops the pocket and goes to the top. Opening quarter in 31 2/5. Into the turn they go. Tiny Tom on top, racing second. That is Typhoon Tony, racing third, 80 plus 80. Racing fourth is Cherry's Prize, and true in the field, that's Sod Buster. Coming to the halfway station, on top of the field, Justin Irvine showing the way with Tiny Tom by 2 1/4. Typhoon Tony is there second. First up on the outside, Sod Buster from fourth, now third, moving on the leaders. Halfway home in 1:02. As the race to the backside, on the inside, 80 plus 80, and trimming the field. Down the backside, Cherry's Prize. We got 3 in, 2 out, go on to the 3/4 mark. Tiny Tom on top of the field, now by 2 lengths. Typhoon Tony is there second. On the outside, Sod Buster third, racing fourth. The end of the turn, that is 80 plus 80, 3/4, 131 2, 29 2. Second, third panel. Midway around the final turn, Tiny Tom and Justin Irvine open up now by 3 lengths. An eighth of a mile to go in Ohio. Racing second is Typhoon Tony. Closing on the outside, Sod Buster. To the wire, it's all Tiny Tom. Typhoon Tony, Sod Buster. The mile, 2:01.
There it is, an impressive performance from Tiny Tom, and after the 3/4 time we heard it, I thought maybe we had a new track record. He's just going to miss. The track record was 2 minutes, 2 fifths, and he was a 2:01 flat winner, Tiny Tom. Once he moved to the front, that race was pretty much over.
Yeah, I said as Roger was calling the race, when he moved to the quarter pole, the race was over, and it was. This horse was real chilly, well within himself. Nice clean gated horse, too. Trotted right to the wire. Eli Miller's done a great job. He owns and trains this one. Third win in 19 starts, but again, here's a horse that you're going to see not only in the Buckeye Stallion Series as the season goes on, but a good overnight trotter in Ohio. Impressive professional effort in 2:01, a pretty sharp time today.
Yeah, certainly without looking at the point standings, I don't have them in front of me, but his 3 efforts in the Buckeye Stallion Series, he has a 2/3 and a second. Aaron Merriman driving him in all 3 of those tries, so he certainly got a lot of points. Buckeye Stallion final, or at least consolation, certainly on this one's radar toward the end of the year. And maybe if he continues to improve, maybe they could even take a shot at a Sire Stakes leg coming up. But Tiny Tom, very nice. Justin Irvine can't complain about the post here. He had post 1, he moved to the front of the quarter, and just missed the track record here for all age trotters. Tiny Tom back to the winner's circle for the 8th.
The winner, number 1, Tiny Tom, owned by Eli Miller, West Farmington. Eli Miller, the trainer. Justin Irvine in the sulky. 3-year-old colt by Long Tom out of Crazy Joanne. Home a winner in 2:01. Final half, 59. The final quarter, 29 3. Eli Miller, Justin Irvine, Tiny Tom in the 8th. Number 1, Tiny Tom, the winner. The 2, Sod Buster, 3. The 3, Typhoon Tony, 2. The 4, 80 plus 80, 4. The 5, Cherry's Prize, 5. Top down, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5 on the bottom. The quarter, 31 2. The half, 1:02. 3/4, 131 2. The mile, 2:01.
There you have it, Tiny Tom. Nice performance for his 2nd win of the season and 3rd lifetime, now over $30,000 in his career. We'll be back after these messages. Race number 9, 3 to go.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Join the fast-paced, exciting world of harness racing. There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with the greatest equine athletes in the country. Standard-bred trainers need your help. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available for those that qualify. For more information on how you can be a part of the exciting world of harness racing, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com.
We're back at the Carroll County Fair in Carrolton, Ohio. Just a little update. Our harness racing historian and jug historian, Jay Wolf, did check in and state that there is still a hub rail at DuQuoin. So for any of our listeners that did want to know that, it is still there. Thank you, Jay, for that. Thank you for all the knowledge that you provide us. We appreciate you. Takes us to race number 9. We've got 3 races to go, and Roger Houston has done a great job of bringing these first 8 to you fairly quickly.
Yeah, we're zipping along here, 150, so about 2 hours in the book, so maybe 2 hour, 45-minute card here for 11. We got the late pick 3 coming up, 2-year-olds here in the 9th, then we have 3-year-olds to wrap up the action. Trot Pace to wrap up the card, fielded 5 here, owner's race, and 2-year-old Colton Gelding with a driver change, John Sioka Jr. on the 1, Ashley's Creek.
I know you're a breeding guy, and you've done some research for us, for our listening audience, Kenny, on some of these other horses. Show me the Mooney. This horse is out of Western Moonlight. I don't have all the stats on what she's thrown, but I know she's thrown some good horses. So this is a well-bred horse, sold for $19,500 at the Buckeye Classic sale. I'm sorry, $13,500. But some blood there for sure that we get to see today. That's a nice, well-bred horse.
Yep, same with the 3 pumpkin skin too. Those Shadow Play. This is a Shadow Play grandson, but DG's Shadows of Bell also has another nice one that has raced the Northfield before. Just recognize that name from the winner's circle. So unfortunately don't have the stats on her, but definitely know she's also got another 1 or 2. And this one's already raced 5 times for Clay, 6 times if you count the Sire Stakes on Sunday, with a win and 2 third-place finishes. So,
and the missing line in your program is a 7th-place finish. So.
Here's the 9th.
Race for $4,554. Number 1 is Ashley's Creek. The driver, John Sioka Jr., the driver. Number 2, Race On with Logan Eversole. Number 3, Pumpkin Skin. The driver, Nick Clegg. The 4, Show Me the Mooney with Justin Irvine. And number 5, A Dancing Flight, Joey Mapes in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
One Ashley's Creek, owned and trained by John Hochstetler. John Sioka Jr. does the driving here. 2-year-old son of Latherup. Just a $3,000 Buckeye purchase. Has broken his qualifier and the start at Wellston.
2, Race On. 3 straight second-place finishes. 3,600 bagged for Isaiah Shrake. Logan Ebersol drives today. This horse was forwardly placed last time out. Got beat by I Am the Sea, who won earlier in the card today. So that's a big vote of confidence for this one's chances today.
Pumpkin Skin for the Clegg team, son of Summa Cum Laude, 1 for 6 in his career. A 204 win at Circleville back on June 15th.
Number 4, Show Me the Mooney. Gary Martin trains, Justin Irvine drives. In the ownership group here, Kleinberg Racing is in attendance today. They made it to the winner's circle earlier today. Look to make it 2 in a row.
5, A Dance in Flight for Joey and Rick Mapes. 1 career start at Cortland was third, a $3,000 Buckeye purchase. Son of Dancin' Yankee, his second lifetime start. 5 across, 5 will go to the gate. Race 9 coming up, we'll send it to Roger Houston.
The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. It's Pumpkin Skin going right out for the lead. Race On gets away second. Show Me the Money racing third, taking a seat fourth into the turn, A Dance in Flight, and trailing the field, Ashley's Creek off stride at the start. Down the backside they go, straight alignment, led by Nick Clegg and Pumpkin Skin by 2.5. Racing second, Race On. Show Me the Mooney racing third. Fourth is A Dance in Flight, and further back, Ashley's Creek. Opening quarter in 32 seconds. Into the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. It's Pumpkin Skin, closing the way by a length and 3/4. Racing second, Race On. Racing third, Show Me the Mooney. Racing fourth is A Dance in Flight. And way back and out of it is Ashley's Creek. Following another break. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. On top, Pumpkin Skin, unchallenged by a length and 3/4. Racing second into the turn is Race On. Pacing third, that is Show Me the Mooney. Halfway home in 104 and 4. A Dance in Flight's on the move on the outside fourth, but not making up any ground. Trailing the field, Ashley's Creek. Down the backside they go. The leader remains Pumpkin Skin, been there every step. Race On is second. Here comes Justin Irvine. Show Me the Mooney. Now third and starting to close. Racing fourth and dropping back is A Dance in Flight. 3/4, 134. Third panel, 29 and 1. Around the final turn with an 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Pumpkin Skin leads by a length and 1/4. Race On comes to the outside second. On the inside, Show Me the Mooney through the stretch. Pumpkin Skin on the outside, Race On. Pumpkin Skin battles to the wire and gets the win. Home second, Race On. Show Me the Mooney was third. The mile, 2:04, 1/5. Corrected.
Hat trick for the Clegg team. Pumpkin Skin, Summa Cum Laude son, goes to the front and wires the field. there in the 9th. Good effort there from Race On, but unfortunately a horse that he's got a little bit of second-itis to start his career. 4 for 4 finishing second for the Isaiah Shrake team there with Logan Ebersol.
Yeah, we've seen some great finishes today. Actually, some small horse fields and compact racing, but it's nice to see when two horses come to the wire. I wasn't sure what was going to happen there, but Nick Clegg did go to work on this 3-horse pumpkin skin, and he did stay game right to the wire. 204-1, 324 unofficial.
The 4 Show Me the Mooney, Justin Irvine, you know, he was, when he post-parade, it looked like he had a little bit of a tough time trying to get that guy to relax, so maybe he needs some more experience and learning a little bit, but it wasn't a bad effort after that. Coming back here to the winner's circle is the 3 Pumpkin Skin, summa cum laude son of the Shadow Play mare, DG's Shadow Bell. Second lifetime win, and training and driving triple for the Clegg team on our afternoon card. 2 to go after this one. Don't forget, still have 12 more starting at 5 o'clock on the evening card for the fillies.
Winner of the 9th race, hometown at Gold Stake, 2-year-old Colton gelding pace. Number 3, Pumpkin Skin. Kimber Clegg of Pennsylvania, the owner. Betty Clegg, the trainer. Nick Clegg in the sulky. Their 3rd win on today's card. The 2-year-old gelding by summa cum laude out of DG's Shadow's Bell. Home a winner in 204 1/5. Final half, 59-2. Final quarter, 29-1. Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg, Pumpkin Skin in the 9th. And that's another winner from Midland Acres, the home of summa cum laude. Top down, 5-2-1-3. Results are official. Number 1, Ashley's Creek, 5-2. Race On 2. The 3, Pumpkin Skin, the winner. The 4, Show Me the Mooney, 3. The 5, A Dance in Flight, 4. Top down, 5-2-1. 3, 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 32. The half, 104.4. 3 quarters, 135. The mile, 204 1/5. 10th race, no changes. 3-year-old Colton gelding trot, 4 of you. Bring them on. Race 10. 4 of you. Bring them on.
That concludes the 9th Pumpkin Skin. Nice performance on the front. We got 2 to go, and as Roger said, no changes here for the 10th. Just a field of 4. We'll be back after these messages.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
History, tradition, For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
I haven't heard it.
Welcome back to the Carroll County Fair in Carrollton, Ohio. Don Tiger, Kenny Livengood, Chris Santorini. We're all here bringing you the races. We've got 9 in the books, 2 more to go. Yeah. And if you like harness racing, we're going to come right back at 5 o'clock today, and we've got 12 races tonight. So please join us and stay around. We've got a lot of fun and some things happening tonight. But before we get to tonight, we're going to finish off today's card. We've got a 4-horse field. Everybody's getting paid, $43.69. It's the 3rd division of 3-year-old colt trotters. 4 horses signed on here and no program changes. So your program will go as programmed. As always, you can get our programs at harnessracingohio.com. Harness Racing Ohio, you can watch the races. We also do live stream on Facebook and I believe YouTube as well. So we've got numerous venues for anybody to get out there and watch. So we like to bring grassroots harness racing into your office, your house, your living room, and we've got listeners all over the U.S. that tune into our broadcast and abroad. We have a lot of viewers from New Zealand, Dublin. Obviously, the voice, Roger Houston, does every year. He goes out. He's leaving August 3rd to head to Ireland. He calls their race over there. They've got a couple feature races, and actually Oakwood Aiden IR. That's an Irish-bred horse that won the division of the Houghton Memorial this weekend. So Irish breds even having an influence on U.S. racing.
Yeah, $30 or $40 winner, right?
Yeah.
Live some. Here's the field for the 10th.
$1,369. Number 1, Spin the Prize with Drew Neal. The 2, MJ Selinsky with Brady Clemens. The 3, Del Wynn with Jimmy Smith. And number 4, Good Shepherd, Justin Irvine in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. In the barn area, getting ready for the 11th.
That's the field for the 10th. Starts our late daily double on our afternoon card. 1, Spend the Prize, Drew Neal for Rosie Weaver. Comes with Heartland Acres, 3-year-old son of Enterprise. 6th in the Buckeye Stallion at Northfield. Has a couple of fair wins at Paulding and Marion, 3 for 7 this season.
2-horse MJ Zelinsky, our only non-winner in the race, 0 for 11 maiden still. But this horse has been knocking on the door. 3rd last time out, 2nd before that, 3rd before that, 4th, 3rd. A lot of underneath finishes, which is great for the owners.
3, Del Wynn, owned train driven. Jimmy Smith doing it all. 3-year-old son of Muscle Up the Gold. 2 for 7 this season, including back-to-back wins at Northfield and a non-winners of 1.
Number 4, Good Shepherd, Eli Miller, looking for a training double here as he trained Tiny Tom in the 8th in a previous division. Justin Irvine has the line. This horse did score last time out, 205-4 in his maiden debut at Cortland, and looks to move forward off that effort. And there is your field of 4.
A good field of 4 here. Probably I would say the 1 is probably the favorite if there was betting here. Spend the Prize, Drew Neal, Rosie Weaver team. They look for a 2nd.
Yeah, horse looks very well meant. Although Good Shepherd, again, that's a good effort. So we're going to find out in less than 2 minutes. Send it up to the voice, Roger Houston, for the call of race number 10.
Trotters are all in behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Spin the Prize, going right out for the lead. Racing 2nd, and MJ Zelinsky. 3rd on the outside is Good Shepherd, and trading the field off stride, Del Wynn. Racing to the backside and the 1st quarter mark. It's Spin the Prize. Drew Neal leads by a length and a quarter. Right there, 2nd is MJ Selinsky. Trying to close the gap. Good Shepherd is 3rd. The trailer is Del Wynn. Straight alignment as they race by the opening quarter. Into the turn. Spin the Prize. Takes them over to the quarter. 31 seconds. Racing 2nd. MJ Selinsky. Riding 3rd. That's Good Shepherd. Del Wynn trails the field at the 3/8 mark. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway station. Spin the Prize has been there every step for Drew Neal. Right there, second is Brady Clemens, MJ Selinsky, Good Shepherd, and Justin Irvine third. Further back, Del Wynn and Jimmy Smith. Halfway home, Spin the Prize takes them over to the half. 1:03. On to the backside they go. MJ Selinsky is there second, won't go away. Racing third, Good Shepherd. Trailing the field, Del Wynn as they straighten out down the backside, going to the 3/4 mark. Spin the Prize opens up now by 2 lengths on MJ Selinsky. Justin Irvine, Good Shepherd, comes to the outside third, now second at the 3/4 mark. Spin the Prize, 3/4, 1:33, third panel in 30 seconds flat. Around the final turn, it's Spin the Prize, opening up now by 3 lengths. On the outside, Good Shepherd. Inside, MJ Selinsky. Less than an eighth of a mile to trot. On top, it's Spin the Prize. The battle's on for second and third. It's all Spin the Prize and Drew Neal home second. MJ Selinsky third. Good Shepherd. The mile, 2:03.
Drew Neal picks up his second driving victory. Trainer Rosie Weaver with their second, another wire-to-wire winner. So the speed has really been holding here as we've gotten through this afternoon card. Started out with a couple of horses off the pace, but the last few races really have wanted to get to the front. Spend the Prize exiting a Buckeye Stallion event. Makes it 3 straight races at a fair that he has won.
Powerful effort, 2:03, not a bad time too for today. Well rated, horse was well in command, drew off easily in the lane. Rosie Weaver, Darren John Harvey, these guys, the two of them just do an excellent job with the diagonal gated trotters at the fairs. You know, they pretty much dominate these ranks.
Yeah, 6th lifetime win for the New York, bred by Crawford Farms there. 4th of the season. So he's done some really nice things here as a 3-year-old. $25,000 purchase, so not the most expensive. However, compared to some of the ones in here in this card, not just this race, but that's a pretty expensive purchase for some of these Ohio breds here. So Spend the Prize from the rail goes wire to wire. And another race where he probably could have gone faster if they needed to. Is minimal urging there for Spend the Prize, who is on his way to the winner's circle.
Second win of the day for the Rosie Weaver stable. This is the 3-year-old Gelding Enterprise that has spent it in, owned by Heartland Acres and Rosie Weaver. Rosie trains and Drew Neal in the sulky. The mile, 2:03, final half a minute, final quarter, 30 seconds flat. Rosie Weaver, Drew Neal, Spin the Prize. Results are official. Number 1, Spin the Prize, the winner. The 2, MJ Selinsky, 2. The 3, Del Wynn, 4. The 4, Good Shepherd, 3. Top down, 1, 2, 4, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 31. The half, 1:03. 3/4, 1:33. The mile, 2:03. Don't fall off, Rosie.
One Spend the Prize picks up the victory,
No changes, race 11.
$4,369. So pushing the
3-year-old
total earnings toward
Gelding Pacers,
35,000.
6 of you.
As
Bring
we
them out
get ready for the finale, we'll be
for
back
the
with
final race.
a few short
6
messages
of you.
for the 11th.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Own a little and love it a lot. The Stable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. The Stable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at thestable.ca.
Back here for the finale of our afternoon card at the Carroll County Fair. 12 more in the afternoon. It'll be time for the fillies, the ladies, to take center stage under, well, the prohibitive lights. We don't have lights, but we'll say under the lights for the evening card as we wrap it up here with 3-0 Colton Geldings, second division here. I'm going to guess it's the third division, actually, because it's the last one, and this race was split into 3 divisions, so it should probably say third division. But 3-0 Colton Geldings, field of 6. 6 starts in the second tier, 5 across, and got some nice horses in here, including Rodeo Jet, who's a 4-time winner that's made 41, nearly 42,000. Comes here for trainer Jessica Milner and Andy Koblenz, who usually see him out at a lot of the fairs. Don't see him, maybe he's in the infield or something, but usually he's out at the fairs and rooting on his horses.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a nice one here. This one's two-time entry in the Buckeye Stallion Series, finished 6th and 2nd, so some nice efforts there. Individually timed last time out 53-2. If this speed translated all over here to the fair track, this horse should easily pace 59 2 minutes today, and certainly looks the fastest of the group in here.
Yep, and Tough Kids down toward the inside. Third up at over at Cortland last time out, so now his second start at the fairs. Gets the rail again, a little bit of a lucky drawer, 1-1 in his 2 fair tries this season for Danny Hostetler. Sounds like we have all the horses. We'll head it to Roger Houston for the post parade for the 11th.
For our final race of the afternoon card, the 11th, hometown and coast stake, 3-year-old Colton Gelding pace for $4,460. Number 1, Tough Kids, the driver, Justin Irvine. The 2, Fear Romeo with Nick Clegg. The 3, A Legend Secret with James Day. The 4, Rodeo Jet, Elliot Deaton. The 5, Shuffle School Legacy with John G. Wengert. And the 6, Sam's Legend, Myron Weaver in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. I'd like to remind you.
There's our field for the 11th, our final race on the afternoon card. 1, Tough Kids, Justin Irvine for owner trainer Danny Hostetler. 3rd at Cortland, 2 for 15 this season's hit the board in 7 of those 15 tries.
2, Fear Romeo, Betty Clegg for Nick Clegg. This horse was in a speed duel last time out at Cortland. Still hung in there gamely, 3rd, placed 4th, low interference. 0 for 8 on the year, but a big breakout effort in the last.
3, A Legend Secret, James Day drives and trains for Power Play Racing, 87. 2 starts this season, 3rd at Marion, and a winner at Cortland.
4, Rodeo Jet, Jessica Milner trains Elliot Deaton in the sulky today. This horse has been facing much tougher competition and is a lot faster than most of these on paper. If he minds his manners, he'll be tough to beat.
5 Shuffles Cool Legacy. John Wenger drives and trains for Lily Flynn. Hasn't hit the board in 12 lifetime starts. 3rd start as a 3-year-old.
Sam's Legend, Myron Weaver has the lines. It also trains this son, a bit of a legend. 0 for 9 on the season. Did run 4th last time out at Cortland. Prior to that, got parked. The overland route was 8th at Northfield, but draws to 2nd tier. Looks to get some minor rewards. That's your field of 6, 5 across, 6 trails, and this is what we call the getaway feature, race number 11. For those of you just tuning in, we do have a night card tonight. We're back at 5 o'clock with 12 races with our fillies on showcase. So we do got a doubleheader for you today. And with that said, we're going to send it for a call the 11th. For the voice, Roger Houston.
In the gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. A Legend Secret goes for the lead. Inside Fear Romeo is there second. Rodeo Jet gets away third. Into the turn, Shuffle School Legacy is fourth. Fifth is Sam's Legend, and trailing the field off stride is Tough Kids. Down the backside of the first quarter mark, James Day on the front, A Legend Secret. Nick Clay is in an unusual spot, the 2-hole, with Fear Romeo as they race over to the first quarter mark. Rodeo Jet races third, opening quarter in 31 seconds. Into the turn, Shuffle School Legacy is there fourth, racing fifth, Sam's Legend. Further back, Tough Kids. Straight alignment as they race over to the 3/8 mark. From way back, Myron Weaver comes to the outside with Sam's Legend. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. On top of the field, it's A Legend Secret and James Day. Challenging on the outside, Elliott Deaton and Rodeo Jet. Racing third, Fear Romeo. On the outside, Sam's Legend fourth. Halfway home in 1:04. On to the backside, Shuffle School Legacy fifth. And trailing the field, Tough Kids. Straighten out, down the backside they go. Elliott Deaton and Rodeo Jet sticks ahead in front. Racing second, A Legend Secret. Ready to pounce third is Fear Romeo. Tips to the outside for Clegg. Racing fourth, Sam's Legend at the 3/4 in 1:33. Third panel in 29 flat. Midway around the final turn, A Legend Secret's been there every step. Up the inside comes Clegg with Fear Romeo. On the outside, Rodeo Jet. Less than an 8 to go in Ohio. On top, A Legend Secret. Outside, Rodeo Jet. Inside, Fear Romeo. Rodeo Jet. Fear Romeo. Between horses, A Legend Secret. It looks like the 4, Rodeo Jet. Photo for win.
Another thriller. 3 across, all separated by about a neck in the end. If I had to call it, I do think it's the 4 Rodeo Jet, who had a long first over, pretty much out every step of lap number 2. I do think that it was him. We'll wait and see for the photo to be sure, but that would be my guess that it was Rodeo Jet.
Yeah, unofficial looked like the outside in, 4.32. Great race. I mean, exciting to literally need the photo finish camera again. 3 of them across the track. Exciting race in Romeos and Rodeos and a Legend Secret. Well named for a nightcap finisher. So
Perfect end to our afternoon card. 3 horses across the track. Tough Kids made a break there at the start and just never got involved, and then Shuffle School Legacy. And Sam's Legend made an early move from the back, which flushed out Rodeo Jet, but those top 3 really sprinted away from them. And
exciting card today, Kenny. We got to see some great efforts, good racing, and some competitive racing. So I'm excited for the nightcap.
yeah, if the fillies show up just like the boys did, we'll have some very, very thrilling racing. Elliott D and Jessica Milner team up here, as it does sound like it was the 4 Rodeo Jet, who is back here to the winner's circle.
Stands your winner of the 11th race, Home talent, 3-year-old Colton gelding pace. Number 4, Rodeo Jet, owned by Andrew Koblentz of Worcester, Ohio. Jessica Milner, the trainer. Elliot Deaton in the sulky. 3-year-old gelding by Rodeo Romeo out of Jet Scent. Home winner in 202 3/5. Final half 58 3. Final quarter 29 3. Jessica Milner, Elliot Deaton, Rodeo Jet in the 11th. Results are official. Number 1, Tough Kids 6. The 2, Fair Romeo 3. The 3, A Legend Secret 2. The 4, Rodeo Jet, the winner. The 5, Shuffle School Legacy 4. The 6, Sam's Legend 5. Top down 6-3-2-1-4. 5 on the bottom. The quarter 31. The half 104. 3/4 133. The mile 202 3/5. Well, that concludes the racing program this afternoon. 12 races this evening. First race post at 5. Be here!
After the 11th race, Elliot Deaton made it 7 different drivers to pick a victory, 8 different trainers. The Clegg team had 3 training victories, Nick with 3 driving victories, Drew Neal and Rosie Weaver both with 2, and Justin Irvine, the 3rd driver, to double up. So spreading the wealth, but also had a couple guys get some doubles as that concludes our afternoon racing. 12 races. Your favorite race, the free-for-all, later on, along with the fillies in the fair stakes. So, yeah, excited for the afternoon card. Or evening card, I should say.
Evening card, yeah. So we got a couple-hour break. We're going to take the voice over and rejuvenate him with some food and Babita and get him rehydrated for tonight's night card.
You're Don Tiger. I'm Kenny Livingood. We'll be back with the Carroll County Fair evening card. Don't miss it, 5 o'clock.